Good morning. It's Lisa with Lisa Heal Yourself. And today we're going to talk about manifesting what we want and how we do that. How exactly, what are the steps? How do we actually take it from our brain and this is something that I want to it happening in real life? Okay, so let's get into it. If you're on this channel, no doubt the thing that you want most is to be healed, is to be 100% healthy, to be healthy, to have no more symptoms, to have no more health problems, to be living a healthy life full of freedom. Okay, so if you could take whatever you want, and I'm assuming that's what it is if you're on this channel, or to be pain-free, to be symptom-free, to be healthy. Okay, so first thing you need to do is know exactly what you want. Exactly. What is it? So first you have to name it, you have to claim it, you have to say exactly, and you have to know deep down what it is that you want. Okay, I want to be healthy. Okay, what does that mean to you? Now to say, what does that mean to you? What does that look like? Having no symptoms, feeling completely at ease and at peace and calm and good in my body. Okay, not having any symptoms of dis-ease in my body. What does it look like? Okay, so you have to know what you want first of all and what that means. So take a minute right now, just take a deep breath. What is it that you want? Maybe it's not health at all. Maybe you're on this channel and you're interested in getting money, or you want to have a certain person in your life or a relationship. So anything that you want, you can just hold that visual in your mind right now. And what does it look like? What exactly is it? And what does it look like? Okay. So we have an image. I want you to get a 5-second image of what that looks like and what you think that will feel like when you get there. Try to just loop a 5-second visual of, maybe it's for you, if you're in a wheelchair, maybe it's you running down the street. If it's you having digestive issues, it's you sitting down eating whatever you want. If you, have a back pain and you can't do certain activities, the image is of you doing those certain activities, lifting, 500 pounds and being super strong, climbing to the top of that mountain if you have chronic fatigue syndrome. So whatever it looks like for you, just being in the moment, laughing, having fun if you have depression, right? If you're anxious, you're just doing all these amazing, incredible things with ease. So get an image for you of what exactly that looks like. Just 5 seconds. It can just be representative and overall big picture, and just clip that in your mind. So now every time that you are feeling doubt or having symptoms, or your reality is not reflecting what you want, I want you to play that clip. Try to play it with feelings. Sometimes you can't if your feelings are riveted to whatever's happening in the moment, but try to have the feeling, put the visual up, and say to yourself, your vision, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, I am healed. And then play that vision of you climbing to the top of the mountain, or lifting that 500-pound barbell, or, laughing with your family and friends and socializing. Whatever the image means for you, say, I am healed, and picture the image, the 5-second image. This is what you want to go back to all the time throughout the day as much as you can, especially when you're waking up first thing in the morning, and especially when you're falling asleep before bed. We're going to hold that image when we're in the conscious awareness state between sleep and awake. That's when it's most powerful. So that should be the first image that you think of when you wake, and it should be the last image that you're playing over and over on a loop before you sleep. And you should be saying the words of whatever it is you want. I am 100% healed. I have no pain, right? I am pain-free. Whatever it is for you, whatever the thing that you want, right? You say that out loud. That is what you want. And you play the visual. Now, this is where it gets really important. So this is what you need to do all day long. You need to do it in the morning, and you need to do it before bed, and you need to continue to say it, visualize it, and try to feel it. Try to feel what you would feel like. Okay, so here is the key. Here's the important part. I'm going to ask you now, you know what you want. It should be very clear what you want. My question to you is, why do you want it? This is one of the most important keys of healing. Your why. Why? This is the question that heals you, so do not take this lightly. Why do you want it? Why do you want to be healthy? Why? Okay, now I need you to get out a paper and a pen. If you're in a car listening to this, or you're somewhere where you can't, I want you to take a moment and write it on your phone, write it in your mind, whatever, but we're going to get a list. 5 to 10 things, okay? The most important things. You might want to jot a list of 10 and narrow it down to your top 3 to 5, right? The real key ones, but really brainstorm 10. Why do you want to be healed? Okay, so I can be a good mom, so I can feel good in my body, so I can enjoy my life, so I can have the career that I was meant to have, or do the thing that I was meant to do, right? So I can have the meaningful relationships in my life that I want, so I can travel, so I can have fun. It's whatever it means to you. Why? Ask yourself that question. Why is it so important that I get this? Why do I want this so badly? Okay, so now's your time to just take a breath and silently reflect. Why do you want to be healthy? Why? Okay, so pause this video or have them in your head solidly. You need, at least 3 reasons, up to 5 reasons. The main reasons. Why do you want this? Okay, so I'm going to just take a few. You do this whatever you chose, okay? So I can be a good mom, so I can be the best mom to my children and guide them into the people that I know that they can be. Okay? So if that's one of your reasons, and it's probably not your reason, but if it is your reason, that's your why, then you start doing that now. You start living that way now. You start visualizing that now. That is the thing. So I want you to now put a picture of yourself being the most amazing mom in your head, bonding with your kids, laughing with your kids, playing with your kids, teaching with your kids, having experiences with your kids, going on class trips with your kids, whatever it is, whatever that visual is for you, play those visuals. That is your visualization. That is when we're not just replacing negative thoughts with positive thoughts. We're replacing, we're not just going into this brain retraining like these random visual me on a beach. If that's not meaningful to you, you choose whatever is your most meaningful thing. Why you actually want to be healed. And that is the visual that you focus on, that you play. That is when you're doing brain retraining techniques, that is the visual and the image. You're going to imagine that you get up and you have this laugh with your kids and you're teaching them and you have this wonderful day with your kids. If that's what's important to you and that is the why behind you want to be healed, then that is the visual image. That is the brain retraining work that you need to do. Okay, that's the image, that's the feeling. And more importantly than just your practice, your visuals and picturing it and thinking about it and imagining it into life, we start to act. We start to be that person. So whether you are healthy or not is not the point. Whether you feel good in your body or not is not the point. You take steps and actions now to be a good mom, to be the most amazing mom, to do things with your kids, to spend time with your kids. That is where, when you have any energy, if you are suffering with chronic fatigue or you have limited energy as somebody who is not completely healed or not healthy, that is where you put your energy when you have it. That is where you put the focus of your day. Okay, now you may have more than one reason, right? We're going to at least have 3. So let's move on. So that I can feel good in my body, so that I can enjoy my life. Okay, if that's one of the reasons why you want to be healed, it's simple. So I can enjoy my life. It matters to me. I want to enjoy it. I want to feel good. Okay, then you start feeling good now. You start enjoying your life now. So I want you then to picture yourself and visualize yourself enjoying your life. What does an enjoyable life look like to you? Does it look like living in a certain place? Does it look like socializing with certain people, having certain relationships, doing certain activities? This is the visualization, the brain retraining that you need to do. This is the visual that you need to create when you're doing your half an hour, future manifestation visualizations. You're focused on you enjoying your life, doing enjoyable activities, enjoyable hobbies, enjoyable things, and being around people you love, having fun. What is fun to you? What is enjoyable to you in life? Lounging in a hammock, reading a book, gardening, right? Cooking different meals, going to restaurants. Like, what is it that makes life enjoyable to you? You visualize that. You hold those thoughts in your mind. This is what the practice is. And not only the visual, remember, now we have to take action. So all of our extra energy, all of our focus in everyday life should be on you enjoying your life, following what makes you happy, trying to find joy in every single small moment, creating new joyful experiences, not sick experiences, not unenjoyable experiences, but things that would be enjoyable that you would do if you were healed. Start doing them now. Start doing them now, even if it's hard. Remember, we are working and we're taking action, and the why is key. Okay? And you can always go deeper with your why questions, like, why do I want to be a good mom? Because I want this feeling. I want my kids to love me. I want them to admire me, or I want something more for them. Or why do I want to travel? Because I want the feeling of freedom. I want the feeling of love. Like, you can always say, but why do I want that? Why do I want that? What is underneath that? Why exactly do I want it? So I want $1 million. Why? So I can feel and be free. Why? So that I can follow my purpose, my passion. Why? So I can have easy relationships in my life. I can get things for people, and then they'll love me, or they'll feel good about themselves, or whatever it is. Just why, and it usually comes down to a feeling or a state, and you can embody that feeling and state now. You can be that person now. You can create that kind of relationship that you want with your kids, with that person, without ever traveling. You don't need to leave your home in order to do this. You don't need to have the $1 million in your bank account in order to create that kind of freedom inside of you, or those relationships inside of you, or that feeling of, whatever it is that you're looking for. You can find other ways to create that as well. Maybe you said, I want to be healthy so I can travel, right? So you hold pictures in your mind, your visualization of you traveling, of you in all these places that you've wanted to go, all these cities, beaches, different exotic places, or places around the world that you would love to be. You're going to visualize yourself there. You're going to imagine it, call it into being, and then you're going to put your focus and your energy there. You are going to start to travel, small places, day trips, start to go before you're ready. This is what you're going towards. So you can't only visualize it, but you have to experience it. Maybe the reason you want to be healthy is so that you can have a certain career, or you've always had a dream of, living in a certain place or being a certain career, and you want that. That's what you visualize. That's what you spend your visualization, your future manifestation visualizing. You you really call it into being with your five senses. What does it smell like? What does it feel like? What does it taste like? You visualize these things over and over and over. And then again, practically, you start to do it. Start to do it now. Start to take a course towards that, or start to be what it is you want. Start that business, do that thing, write your book, help the people that you wanted to help. You can start in small ways, but you're visualizing the big, the end, and start in small ways, and you're working up your way to actually doing and embodying that visualization that you have in your mind at the end. So how do we do all this together? Okay. First thing when you wake up, you should have a visual, just a 5-second visual of you. I am healed. I am 100% healed. I have this thing. I am the I am. I am this thing. When you wake up, you are looping that 5-second visual. When you go to bed, you are looping that 5-second overall visual. And anytime during the day where you're finding it hard or you're slipping, your energy is slipping, your vibration is slipping, your symptoms are getting worse, whatever's happening, you're losing hope, whatever it is, you play that and you say it with meaning. I am healed. I am 100% healed. And then for your practice throughout the day, you focus on the top 3 things that are your why. Why do I want to be healed 100%? Why? And then you visualize those. Those are the work. Those are the future manifestation visuals that you practice. That's what you journal about. That's what you write about. That's what you meditate on. That's what you think about. That's what you do. You start to become it. You start to do it. You start to be that person now. Find those experiences, those relationships, those moments. So I'm going to do a quick example of something that has nothing to do with health to make it easy. So you want $1 million. That's what you want to visualize. So you say, I want $1 million. What does it look like? You see your bank account with $1 million in it. What does it feel like? You feel that feeling of excitement and, oh my God, I have everything I want and need. I'm free, right? I have this. So that is the answers to those questions. And then why do you want it? So I can travel, so I can have my own home and pay off my family's home. And so I can have any career I want and be financially free and just be able to live my purpose without worrying about having to go to work every single day at a job I don't like. So if those were the 3 reasons, then that's what you visualize when you are doing your visualizations and your brain retraining and your future creation. That is what you focus on manifesting. That is what you focus on, the feeling of doing and being and having. And that is what you assume already exists, that you already have. And that is how you live your life and assume that you are, and start to live and create the life that you want by doing the things already, doing them already, being them already. So we can do that with health. We can do that with anything. So you take steps towards all 3 of those areas, each of those areas. Even if you can't do it all because you don't actually have the money yet, you live as though you do, and you start to take steps in all of those areas. That's where you focus your time and energy and attention, because that's truly what matters to you. So you must have a vision. You must know exactly what you want. You must know what that looks like. What is the end, and how does that look like, and how does that feel? You must be using that constantly, and you must know why you want it. And you must spend your top 3 reasons of why you want it on what you are focusing on, what you are visualizing, what you are creating, what you are calling into being, what you're taking action on, okay? Example, if one of your reasons is to be a great mom or to enjoy your life, but all day long you're focused on exercising or diet, and that is not part of what would make an enjoyable life for you, you are focusing on the wrong things. Yes, you might have to eat healthy, but if your whole day is consumed by things that wouldn't fit into being a good mom, or wouldn't make your life an enjoyable thing, or wouldn't, live your purpose and have the career or help the people that you wanted to help, if that's not what you're focusing your energy on, then you're not manifesting the life that you want, the reason why you want to be 100% healed, and that is why you are stuck. Sounds simplistic, this sounds obvious, but we are overlooking it. I guarantee this is not what you're focusing your energy on. This is not what you're focusing your visualizations on. And this is not what you're saying to yourself and trying to embody all day long. And that is how you manifest the life that you want. You actually have to create the life that you want in your mind, because the why is so important. The why is everything. And then you have to act on it. You have to start to act as if, to assume that is your life. We manifest by visualizing it. We have the law of vibration by feeling it, by trying to feeling the state of what it feels like. And we use the law of assumption to assume that we already have it. And we live from the end. We live from that end visual, and we try to embody it. And we let everything else go because nothing else is important, because we know what we want. We have exactly what we want. We know exactly what that looks like and exactly what that feels like, and we know why we want it. And when we have all that information, we can structure a life, we can structure our day in a way that moves us closer towards that. So I hope that this video is simple and easy and hits you in a way that you're like, I see, I understand, I can do this, and I know why it is I'm not any closer right now to having what I say I want and how to actually get there. So you can do this. Spend the time on that exercise that I walked you through. Spend the time. Really understand it. What do you want? Know what you want. Claim it. Say it. Know what it looks like. Understand what it feels like. And know why you want it. At least 3 of your top reasons why you want it. Up to 5, 3 to 5. And that's how you structure your day. That's how you structure your visualization. That's what you think from the end of. That is what you assume. That is how you live your life. That is what you take action toward. That is what you create. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one.